hashtag where I stand. And we'll check in with Tamron in the Orange Room on that subject in just a couple of minutes. Savannah?
All right.
Orange Room right now. Tamron is covering for Carson over there, and she's tracking how people are responding to that NBC News Esquire New American Center survey. Tamron, good morning.
Good morning, guys. People are certainly responding to this quiz in interesting ways. For example, Brent Dixon says, yes, today's show, most Americans are actually libertarians. Thanks for presenting some stats that reflect where we stand, which is the hashtag, by the way. I got a few others. Chris Chiappetti, guys, says, I'm a Dem through and through, but I know that liberal policies are not always right. It is important to be open-minded. Got another one from legendary Shia who says, I'm right in the middle, and it's exactly as you said. I just want a fair country for everyone. Again, the hashtag is where I stand, and this is the spectrum, by the way, from bleeding hearts, the gospel left, to talk radio heads, the righteous right, and of course, right in the middle, something called the MBA middle. So if you take the quiz, you'll see where you fall in this spectrum. Interesting note, we ask the middle who they trust, guys, the most. And the answer is President Obama, Oprah Winfrey, the most trusted people, according to those who fall in the middle.
Sorry about that, guys.
And we're back. Tamron has invited us into the Orange Room to talk about what else? Oranges, orange juice.
Only appropriate that the Orange Room would attract a story about orange juice. Do you guys drink orange juice in the morning?
Love it.
You love it?
Not every day.
Not me either. Not
on the weekend.
On the weekends, because it's like a little sweet treat. Well, it's interesting. The orange juice sales, lowest level we've seen in 15 years. And when you break down those numbers, take a look. The last 10 years, orange juice sales dropped over 30%. That's a big number, guys. And when you look at some of the reasons behind it, I think this will catch your eye.
Yeah.
The price, this is so
Crazy.
true. 2003 orange juice, the average cost, $4.40. 2013, $6.20, and that doesn't include what you pay at some of those high-end grocery stores that will remain nameless here, but it's the thing that catches my eye the most.
Al Roker Sr. used to water it down. We weren't looking.
too, right?
We weren't looking.
Yeah, it's like this orange juice will last us an entire month, kids.
Didn't we have this for about a month?
Why is it watery? But we're asking our audience to hashtag Orange Juice Room and let us know what you're drinking. If you're not drinking orange juice, what are you having in the morning?
Yeah, but you see,
So
that's the part that worries me. I think a lot of people are drinking soda and things like that.
Or other fruit juice.
We're drinking champagne in the morning. Well, that's what I said. On the weekends at my house, we have mimosas. We meaning me. Here you go.
You and the dogs?
That's right. Yeah.
Don't describe my lonely life that loud. But nevertheless, orange juice sales are down. So what are you drinking? Mango juice? Sugary drinks.
Yeah.
Some people actually even drink Red Bull and some of the energy drinks in the morning to get the party started.
Best reason to come into the Orange Room in the morning, Reese's Pieces.
Well, full disclosure, Savannah saw my Reese's Pieces in the Orange Room,
said, "Bring
and she
them
said,
over."
can I have them?
And show what you did.
Exactly.
I'm glad I had some of those.
Tamron, thank you so much.
Just ahead, is your own body actually the best way to predict the weather? We'll talk about it.
Then at 8:15, Robert Redford on Going It Alone in his new movie. Back to today. Great day out on our plaza. I'm Savannah Guthrie alongside Matt Lauer, Al Roker, and Tamron Hall. We have a bona fide movie star in our studio this morning, Robert Redford, and I would like to amend my earlier answer.
Okay.
My favorite Robert Redford movie is All the President's Men.
Yeah?
How could I have forgotten that?
Okay, what'd you say earlier? You said Butch Cassidy.
Which is also great.
I wasn't going to go even further. Not only is The Sting my favorite movie that he ever made, it's maybe my one or two favorite movies of all time. I love that movie.
That's a good one.
And his new movie is great. We're going to catch up with him and hear all about it.
All is lost. A lot of talk about this one. We're going to have him in the studio in a second. Meanwhile, you know the expression taking one for the team?
Sure.
This young lady broke her arm just so she could put an orange cast
Wow, that's impressive.
on her arm. What's your name?
Paige.
And how did that happen?
I was roller skating and I broke, yeah.
Okay. Feel better, all right, Paige?
Let's check in with Natalie. She's got the top stories of the morning. Natalie, good morning to you.
And that's your latest weather.
All right, Al.
Thank you very much. Coming up, who had an imaginary friend as a kid?
She's
Any
right
of you
here.
guys? Yeah, exactly. We hear them all the time.
6-foot rabbit.
Well, guess what? It could actually make you a better adult. We're going to hear why coming up.
And then from the Wall Street Journal, this is something a lot of us have suspected for a while. We're not trying to blame anyone at all, but scientists have now found a link between our aching bodies and the weather.
That's right. It's a whole science called biometeorology.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Wasn't it
Feel it in your
Hippocrates
joints,
back in
right?
400 BC who first noticed the link between weather and...
You are. Actually, it was $3.99.
Somebody was on Google this morning.
Let's give people some examples here.
Just trying to one-up you.
Lightning leads to a 31.
When we feel it in our joints, we really do feel it in our
Absolutely, you
joints.
do. That's why some people are literally living barometers.
Interesting. Another story that grabbed our attention on the Wall Street Journal this morning, why imaginary friends are not just child's play, okay? Anyone here have a pretend friend as a kid? Just as a kid?
Probably.
I was about to say, anyone still talking to that? Well, actually, it may be something helpful later in life. These imaginary friends can actually help us. This is from the Journal of Experimental Child Psychology. Turns out that talking out loud to yourself,
Like the guy on your shoulder right over here. There's your imaginary friend there.
What's his name again?
Exactly. I don't know. Luis. Anyway, helps improve your performance when you're facing a challenge. So it's good to kind of, I guess, psych yourself up.
Reinforcement.
The way, you know how you in the mirror every day say, you're great, Matt. You can do this.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, same kind of concept.
Right, I don't get in front of the mirror because you're always right in front of it.
Next.
This is a little testy today. Well, trending on Google, it's an age-old question, perhaps. How often do you guys wash your jeans?
I never do.
You
What?
never do.
No, you're not supposed to.
Well,
Maybe
Are these like
2 or
designer
3
jeans
wears.
as opposed
Tommy
to...
Hilfiger would agree with
Yeah,
you.
you're not
The
supposed to
famed
wash your jeans.
designer says he actually never washes his jeans as well. He admitted because
What,
they
you just
fall
stand them up?
apart.
Oh, hashtag that's stupid.
You have an alarming level of knowledge about jeans
Wow.
hair.
All right.
Never do wash them.
Trending on YouTube. A song back in high school to impress a guy. She's
We're
impressed us.
Yeah, very
Really
good.
cool.
She even had the moves.
Tamron Hall
right.
mouthing the words right along
No,
there.
she's officially the queen now.
Yeah.
And you know what? She washes her jeans.
Okay, then I'll wash mine. Well, guys, on Monday, we introduce you to Yvonne and Dion DeRico. So
Where you going?
I'm walking behind you. They're the Las Vegas couple who decided to have another baby after having 4 moms. It's sold at places like Babies R Us, Target, and Bye Bye Baby. It retails between $200 and $240. The DeRico family received theirs as a gift from Steve Harvey, and the swing settings include car ride, kangaroo, tree swing, rockabye, ocean wave, and I have a special guest with me today. It's baby Olivia, who's only 2 months old. Hi, we'll see if it works, and I'm gonna buckle you in. Aunt Tamron wants you not to cry. Okay, okay. It's okay, Mama. It's okay, Mama. Okay, let's see. It's okay, Pumpkin. Okay, okay. See? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Aunt Tamron's here. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. It's okay,
Yeah. Tamron, thank you. Nice job, Auntie
You
Tamron.
have a gift.
Really cool. And that. Tuesday morning, it's the 15th day of October 2013. Take a look up, ladies. It's a glorious, and gentlemen arriving, glorious fall day here in New York City. Nice crowd gathered. We thank them all for stopping by. Thanks to you for stopping by as well.
All the way down there.
I'm Matt Lauer, along with Savannah Guthrie, Al Roker, Tamron Hall, and Natalie Morales.
Coming up, move over Nancy Drew. There's a new detective in town. She's a ninja detective from Brooklyn, and she's the creation of that lady right there, Octavia Spencer. We all know her as the Oscar-winning actress from The Help. We'll catch up with her in a few moments.
All right, looking forward to that. Also, some new and award-winning technology. How would you like to control your computer, not with a mouse, but the wave of your hand, or perhaps serve some eggs with a bionic hand, as we saw a little bit earlier?
Yeah, great stuff.
And then few people have touched the world as much as Jim Henson, the man behind the Muppets. Well, coming up, Willie Guys catches up with some of his friends for a new look at a visionary's remarkable life.
And Italian made easy. Lydia Bastianich whips up some delicious fall recipes for us this morning.
But first, I know we have some Bridget Jones fans around here.
Yes.
Of course. Ever wonder what she would say about your relationship issues. Well, tomorrow we're going to get the chance to find out. Author Helen Fielding is taking over our Today Book Club Twitter account at Today's Books, and she's going to answer your questions from Bridget's perspective. I love this. Just use the hashtag WWBD, which obviously stands for What Would Bridget Do?
I love this.
And haven't we all wondered, what would Bridget do?
Yes, we have. Let's find out what Mr. Roker would do with a check of the weather.
He would give you the weather, absolutely. Let's show you what we've got.
23 years since the world said goodbye to Jim Henson following a sudden fatal illness. But long after the creative genius passed, his iconic characters still entertain us and remain in our hearts. A new biography lifts the curtain on the magic of Henson. And Willie caught up with some of the people who knew him best. Lucky you.
Savannah, good morning. Good morning. Question of Frank, what would Jim Henson be working on today? He said at the time of his death in 1990, he was obsessed with computers and the possibilities for his characters, and something like Pixar would have been right up Jim Henson's alley.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
It's amazing to see that body of work. I think we all collectively became 5 years old again.
Think of all the generations that grew up with Sesame Street and the Muppets.
It's funny, I was watching totally by coincidence last night. Muppets Take Manhattan was on TV. My 6-year-old daughter was watching, and I looked at her knowing I had this piece coming, laughing at the characters he created in his mother's house in the 1950s.
Stands the
It's
test
quite a
of time.
legacy.
Willie, thank you. Appreciate that. Coming up.